Here's a little tip to make your workouts 3,000,000% more efficient and effective, we'll say. Okay, so obviously I'm being hyperbolic, but the majority of people training will find they are not as efficient with their workouts as they could be, or even as they would like to be. This is especially true if you yourself are a trainer or you yourself work in a gym. Okay, you're going to find people come up to you, interrupt you, ask you questions. Whereas this, if you're, excuse me, if you were on shift and you've just finished your shift or on your break and you're trying to get a training session in, you're going to find people still assume you are working, which is rightly so because you were just working a second ago, and they're going to come in and interrupt your workout. This is also true if you go to a gym in a more social setting. You know, a workout that on paper should take 40 minutes ends up taking 3 hours. And now this is not to discount entirely the whole social aspect of going to the gym. That is obviously a vital part of ensuring that you stick to your training program. If you just hate going to the gym, you're not going to do it. If you enjoy going to your gym because you're going with a friend, you're having a little bit of a catch up, that's perfectly fine, okay? But if you want to make your workouts more time efficient, more effective, a very, very simple method that you can utilize is actually timing your workouts, okay? And I mean timing everything within your workouts. This actually does a few things which are really effective. First of all, if you time your rest periods, you can't get caught, or you shouldn't get caught as long as you're actually adhering to that timing. You won't get caught by people kind of interrupting you thinking, oh, well, they're just walking around at the moment in between their sets, I'll catch them then. Because that's when the time all adds up, because what you normally going, okay, yeah, take a minute break, ends up being a 10-minute break. You know, so someone catches you after you've done your first set and they're like, oh, well, what's this, blah blah blah, ask you a few questions, 10 minutes have passed, and now all of a sudden you've lost your pump, you need to get warm again, you can't just go into your set again, you know. So it adds more time unnecessarily to your workouts. Okay, so time your rest periods first of all. If you have it on paper, it says 45 seconds, that says a minute, it says 2 minutes. Get the watch out, get the app out on your phone, time that. Okay, you'll find your workouts are much more efficient. Keeping earphones in at that time also helps, or doing some stretching, you know, of maybe an antagonistic muscle or something like that in between those sets can be really efficient as well, you know. So yeah, time your rest periods. Also, timing your actual sets. This is really effective because, first of all, it gives you an external validation that you're actually adhering to the tempo you think you are adhering to, because we've all been there where you're like, oh yeah, that was a nice 3-1-1-1 tempo, and you're going, yeah, nailed that, did that for whatever 10 reps, and you're thinking in your head, that was perfect, man, I think I got all of those reps, they look the exact same, they follow the tempo exactly. Then you whip out the timer and you time that set, and what should have been whatever 60 seconds of time under tension, if you did that 3-1-1-1 tempo and 10 reps, should have been 60 seconds. If you do that and you get the timer out and all of a sudden you're looking at it going, Jesus, I only did 40 seconds. So you're obviously not adhering to the tempo that you think you are adhering to, you know. So it's a very effective method for that. So not only is it going to increase your efficiency of doing your rest periods and not getting distracted by other people coming up and trying to talk to you, it also makes you adhere to your actual loading parameters much better. Okay, obviously then it also has the added effect of actually getting the training stimulus that you are training for. Like if a program says take 45 seconds break in between, like 45 seconds rest period, and it also says you want to be under whatever 60, 70, 80 seconds of time under tension with this exercise, like obviously we're thinking we want to be accumulating some sort of metabolic byproducts within that muscle, you know. So if you're doing that going, oh yeah, I actually only took 40 seconds doing the reps, you know, in the actual set, and then I actually took 2 minutes, 3 minutes on my rest periods, you're not getting the training stimulus that you think you are getting, you know. So you do have to take that into account, and timing your workouts overall and being more efficient and more on point with your rest periods and the actual time under tension that you are performing allows you be more time conscious and more time efficient in the gym, which you could use that extra time to get more work done. But what I'd be more inclined to do is get out of the gym and start the whole recovery process. Like, if you could give me an hour back in my day where it's like, okay, boom, you don't actually have to do, we'll say my workouts are going over every single day, they're over by 30 minutes what I think they should be. They should be an hour. I have an hour to do them, but every single day they're an hour and a half. You know, if you could give me that hour, that half hour back, like, my day is so much more productive then. You know, so it not only makes your workout more productive, it also makes your life more productive. So time your rest periods, time your sets. You don't have to time them all the time, but using it as a metric to ensure that you are actually sticking to your tempo long term, you know, it's a very good idea to kind of implement into your training program. But yeah, if you do struggle with people, you just wanted to catch up, chat shit in between your working sets, like, yeah, you time those rest periods, and all of that just disappears, because it's so much easier than giving someone an excuse. If you just go, oh yeah, like, sorry, I'm on timer. And it's so much easier to say that, and people are like, oh yeah, okay, cool, and then you're done, you know? So if you can do that rather than having to explain, like, for whatever, 30, 40, 50, 2 minutes going, oh, like, I know I'm busy today, but maybe we catch up this other time, blah, blah. It's like, I'll talk to you after my workout. I have a rest period to adhere to. Boom, it's done, you know? So if you are finding you're struggling with the time efficiency of your workouts, it is a very effective method and will increase your efficiency and your time efficiency by a bazillion %.